Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 44 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Jackson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The tight end in motion right. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work, and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Escapes the sack. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Goff. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's a tale of 2 drives right there, CD. The other guys go for it on 4th and turn the ball over on downs, yet we see the same situation the other way. This time, 4th and goal yields a touchdown run.
And Brandon, as much basketball as you do, you know oftentimes teams point to the guy who gave the assist on a basket. This offense on a turn point to their defense will give them that opportunity. With their 4th down stop, they set this one up for a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Jackson. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
And partner guaranteed they approach this point with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Up the middle, it's Hill. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And this will be taken at the 13. And I think the ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
No, we changed it.
On 2nd down, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Jackson steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Cornell.
Goff going to shift him around. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it lines up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this 1st half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grip, and then send them back out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. That is going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now they're in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. 7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That is caught. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 40 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score's going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 23 yards, the final tally.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Travis Jones makes a tackle. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Open man downfield is Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, it's gone. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Play action. It's gone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete here. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Gone. This is caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Running left, Montgomery. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive will commence with a run by nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might just cement it. A late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing now, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they'll accept that penalty. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
and so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about, a true team game, and they got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.